So the main thing that I want to make sure that everybody understands at the very end here is just where you're going to be submitting each one of the different parts of your semester project. So I just want to briefly kind of go through that. This particular meeting will actually be recorded just to make sure that for anybody that misses this, they will be able to use this as a reference later. Or if any of you need to double check to make sure that you understood where to put everything, you can just look back at this again later today. So for this one, we want to make sure that we go over to the 1336, that lecture component of the course. And the two different things that you're going to need is going to be the code and then anything that you used in your presentation. As an example that I used in the directions could be like PowerPoint slides. All of that is going to go under the project itself. So you go to this tab and you're going to be submitting that under the semester project right here. So when you click on this, give that a moment to load. A very long moment. Then you'll just go ahead and attach the files right here and just submit it like that. So that's going to be one part. The other part is going to be the presentation itself. So the actual video that you recorded and uploaded somewhere, you should have a link to that video. You're going to put that under discussion boards. I'm going to take a guess and say there, yep, going to be a couple already. So it's going to be in this semester project presentations forum. You click on that, you'll see there's a couple of posts here already. So you'll go to any one of these posts, and or I should say, you'll go ahead and post your groups. So at least one of you will do that. And then once you've done that, then when you move to the feedback part, which is going to be due by Friday, then what you'll go ahead and do is just click on any one of these. Let's say just go with the very first one here. Then you'll go ahead and click on the link that they've got right there. You'll watch the video, and then you'll leave some kind of reply. That'll be the feedback that you leave for it. In addition to that, the other thing that you're going to do is actually fill out that presentation reflections form. So again, you'll come back over to project here, and it's going to be under this presentation reflections. You're going to go ahead and submit 2 of these, one for each of the 2 groups that you're going to be leaving feedback on, and all of that's going to be due by Friday. So you'll have this little document right here. When you click on that and open that up, you'll see kind of a rubric and also a little space at the end to be able to leave additional comments. So you'll fill that out, and then you'll just go ahead and go to this guy and then just attach those right there. Okay. So those are kind of the 3 different major things that you're going to need. It's going to be your code, the presentation itself, and then the feedback for the presentation. Okay. So are there any questions about anything that you're going to have to do there, for what's going to be due tonight, what's going to be due by Friday night, or perhaps are there any questions that maybe somebody has about their particular project?
So question, on the first thing we do, we submit the code, right? Are we submitting the code and including the presentation on the same place, or we submit the code and then later on we submit the presentation with the recording?
So the recording, the link that you're going to have for that, that's going to be the thing that goes in the discussion board. So we're using any one of these groups that we have right here as an example. Over to this forum. So using the one that I just had, you'll notice that they have a link, this Vimeo link right here. So that should be a link that will just kind of direct me to the actual recording for the presentation itself. If we take a look at the other one, should be something similar. So if you take a look at this one, so they have a link right here that's just embedded in the text, but essentially the same idea here. If you click on this link, that'll just take you to the recording itself. So that's what's going to go on the discussion board. As far as what goes under the semester project itself, that's going to be the code. And as far as the presentation is concerned, that's just going to be any additional materials that you use when you're making that presentation. So if you have any kind of documentation, any PowerPoint slides that you used in it, I want those materials to be submitted here as well.
Okay, got it. So no recording, like under here, the recording will be on the discussion.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. So to answer your question in the chat, Jacob, everything that you've done so far looks correct or sounds correct. Any other questions?
And we still submitting the semester project, each one of us, or like the only the group send it once?
For each group, I just need one member in your group to submit everything.
Okay, got it.
Any more questions?